Hello summoners, welcome to my 2.3k Blitzcrank commentary, presented to you by Hepodix. As of the later release date on this guide, I decided to update the runes, masteries and itemization for Season 3 standards. As the game footage from Season 2, don't get it twisted, as we move on to the Blitzcrank setup. For runes I take magic penetration marks, a mixed portion of 5 flat mana regeneration and 4 armor seals, magic resist glyphs and movement speed quintessences. Optionally, you could use armor marks, either full mana regeneration or armor seals, ability power per level glyphs or ability power quintessences. But that is only if you don't have the recommended runes listed on here. For masteries take 1029. Getting the better exhaust from offense tree and all the new goodies from utility tree, such as movement speed bonuses, level 1 biscuit and free ward, starting gold increase in regeneration, experience bonus gains, and cooldown reduction on abilities and summoner spells. This mastery setup combined with the runes makes you a movement speed monster, since you have every bit of advantage to boost out the mobility access, which simply makes Blitzcrank more threatful. And it's not over yet, no. To maximize the potential of the needs I want from Blitzcrank, you want to prioritize Rocket Crab first, because of the damage and more important factor, the cooldown reduction, while getting Power Fist at level 2 and Overdrive at level 3. However, max Overdrive second because of the movement speed boost you will gain, and lastly the Power Fist. But don't you dare to forget to get the points on Static Field at level 6, 11 and 16. As we get down to the items, start up with Boots of Speed and 2 Side Wards. Plus don't forget that you get the Regenerative Biscuit and Ward as well, for free! As you want your core build to be Philosopher's Stone and Sightstone, it is very recommended. If you want to harvest down the maximum mobility, known as the greedy way, rush Alaricity upgraded mobility boots and Shurelia's Reverie right away. Situational items are listed on here as well. Just check out which items your team is going to buy and fill in the needs of items that your team actually needs, since you are a support after all. And never forget to get some wards and oracles in, and later on the elixirs, if the game lasts longer. And lastly but not least, the summoner spells. Flash and Exhaust, no exceptions, just go for Flash and Exhaust, that is simply the best. So Blitzcrank, shall we get this game started?
Precisely.
Alright, as we move on to the game, I want to mention one more time that the game is recorded from Season 2, as I had the Season 3 updates in the setup page. And there's one thing I also want to mention which is kind of weird. Since this game is recorded before some of the Season 3 changes, you can see the ledges over here are fixed, though it wasn't at the time we played this game. It wasn't fixed at all, so it's kind of different type of free play it's gonna be. It's really random. As we look at down the matchups, we have Ryze versus Orianna in mid, as we try to have a level 1 crab here. Leaded by me, it's quite standard for Blitzcrank players today. So we get noticed by them and we still want to try to invade this one. Orianna's gonna look that ball up and we decide to go back, giving that blind crab as I had no vision there. I have full Fog of War off, so I can see all of the map. Because if I put the Fog of War on, it shows the graphics too dark. I don't know what is it from, but as I said, the mid lane matchup is Ryze versus Orianna, and for the top lane we have Riven versus Irelia. For the junglers we have Amumu versus Shyvana, and as for the bot lane we have me as a Blitzcrank and Graves versus Miss Fortune and Sona. So it's a definitely interesting matchups coming up in this game. And this game was so special to me that it really shows down that you can game break the game with Blitzcrank. And as you saw there, the mid laner aggroed the buff for Amumu. Okay, it's gonna be a fight here. As we face check the brush, they're gonna exhaust immediately the Graves as it forces him to flash. Sona will go further there, and he's almost gonna die. And as I'm running towards, I'm gonna try to grab this Sona, but it's not gonna happen. As I mentioned from the early pull, which is very important, the Ryze pulled the blue buff for the Amumu, and after some time I rocket grabbed the blue buff, so it takes even more time to get the aggro on Amumu, which basically means that it is a free damage towards Amumu, and it's a great strategy to look into. So we got a little denied here in the laning phase as we both went back, but we're heading back towards the lane now, as they have got some minion advantage and experience advantage. It's not looking great to us, but you will see, you will see. And due to the lore replay, this is recorded in spectate mode now. I hope that is fine with everyone, as I can't decide which mode I'm recording this for. As the lane gets pushed, trying to help this Graves with down the minions, but it's not gonna be easy to last hit the minions under the turret at this point. Getting down to level 2, grabbing down to Sona, making Power Fist in. He's really gonna take some damage. Graves going in as he had that Ignite on, almost getting that Sona down, getting down to 20% of HP, as MF is keeping poking on those grabs. With those auto attacks, sorry. So yeah, we're getting pressured down under this turret, and another rocket grab comes, but it misses unfortunately. It missed down, but you can, every single time you can land it, so it's understandable. MF doing a good poke with that Q, definitely, as Sona's gonna put that ward towards the dragon. Towards that dragon. And apparently Shyvana is gonna pick up the first blood, but Amumu gonna cover this up. But despite the fact Amumu did a little tower dive there, it's gonna be double kill in favor of Shyvana. In this game I'm gonna focus down the bot lane, but I'm gonna show down the other lanes how they manage, because it of course affects the game later on if nothing else. Going on a little passive in this top lane. I really lost some of the mana as she wants to go back for now. Riven somehow denying her at that point. Coming back to the bot lane. As the lane is getting slightly pushed down because of the turret damage, we had so many creep waves under the turret, so it's no surprise that. And as we push down the lane, I'm only trying to gank. As I'm grabbing down the Sona, well, move down with Power Fist and follow dive by Amumu's stun. It's an easy kill on Sona. And there was already one reason to play Blitzcrank. It's that feeling, it's that satisfaction when you land that grab and followed up with that Power Fist. And when we had this Amumu as well, followed my Power Fist with his stun, it's just amazing. You can't escape that. Trying to grab towards this MF. Amumu wants to tower dive this. It's level 4, it's really greedy. It's gonna swap aggro towards Graves, and Graves almost gonna die. But despite the fact Amumu wants to kill this MF, he's gonna die, and MF's gonna pick up the kill on Amumu. But we got 2 assists more, so it's definitely worth it, and even more worth it because the lane is going to push towards our team's favor, and it's going to mean that Miss Fortune is getting creeps denied. As Riven will pick up the kill on Irelia, they turret dive it with Shyvana apparently. So as looking down the creeps for the top lane, it's pretty equal, but Irelia is a little behind. As our bot lane went back, I got to get some health regeneration, trying to build towards Philosopher's Stone as Graves got a couple Dorrances. Speeding this up a little. Let's see. Ryze got a little pushed back here by Orianna as he got denied as well, which is a bad thing for us. Amumu trying to make a little pressure, but he's not aware of Shyvana here. Shyvana making a little pressure back on, but there's not gonna be kills traded. As we move on back to the bot lane. Making another hard time with CS under the turret, but Graves has now double Dorrances, so it's definitely easier as the enemy team is going to steal this blue buff, pick it up, smited by Shyvana. We want to try to go in as I rocket crab Sona again, followed up with Power Fist and Graves W. It's gonna look really great as Graves pick up the kill on Sona. Very good quick draw by Graves there. As I flash E in, I'm gonna get this MF to force flash and Amumu's gonna stun him. We really have a good pressure here as it's gonna be 4 versus 1. We pick up the kill on Miss Fortune and early on we got the kill on Sona thanks to Graves and my crab. Our team is pinging on to Drake as at the same time Irelia is barely picking up the kill on Irelia. I mean, Irelia is picking up the kill on Riven, I'm sorry. So yeah, thanks to those 2 kills, we're gonna try to pick up the Drake. Orianna and Shyvana trying to come and disturb this one. Making a little pressure as I trap him in middle of everyone in our team. Shyvana jumps in. It's gonna look a little bad. Ultimate on Orianna to the Graves as the Shyvana trying to turret dive me. I power fist him to the air and he's not gonna make it. As the Sona returns, he's trying to finish up this Graves as he will kill him. And I can barely just escape. Sona taking quite a huge chunk of damage from the turret there. And as apparently Amumu stunned this Shyvana and flashed away, he got away and no one still got Drake, so thanks to Orianna and Shyvana, they really disrupted the Drake as the kills for now are 6 and 6. It's little favor of the blue team currently, so we're still a little behind, but and as for this game's tradition, the turret lane is gonna push by the blue team's favor. Miss Fortune gonna use that ultimate to push down the lane. Definitely, yeah. And as Graves comes back, he has the bear boots now. And as for the top lane is gonna look, Riven's gonna put that battle lantern there, and it's gonna be a push down as well. Ryze putting some walls as well, having a little thoughts on that Riven might come. He's aware of Amumu and he's gonna invade on that jungle. As it will be a little sandwich on here after Riven. I decided to try to roam a bit, but it turns out it's not gonna be worth it as I go back to the lane. And still, despite the fact it was 3 versus 1, there were no kills traded as Riven got slippery away, so it was easy going on there for Riven. As the bot lane goes, MF is ahead on CS, but not dramatically much, but it's still playable lane. As if you can abuse Blitzcrank correctly, it's like really easy going on. Looking towards the minimap, Amumu wants to gank the bot lane now. I'm just gonna push down the lane a bit more so they can't see him. So I'm gonna exhaust right away this Miss Fortune. Sona gonna ultimate up. I grabbed the Miss Fortune as he has used his cleanse already. He can't basically do anything anymore. With that forced exhaust, I've got the cleanse out, so Amumu can free stun, and then when she flashed out of the situation, I just grabbed back in, and it's a free kill for us. So very good example why you should try Blitzcrank if you haven't tried it yet. Really outstanding and overwhelming. Amumu in this brush. Wanna get this Sona on. As I have my mobility on, Amumu's gonna grab it. Ultimate coming up. Full burst. Despite without the AD, we can 2-man the Sona pretty easily as she's very squishy. And as you saw the mobility from me, as I have all the masteries, runes and everything combined, it's really dreadful ongoing, as I have 383 movement speed without the bear boots, and once I use the overdrive it's gonna be 433. As I'm trying to poke down this MF, I'm gonna make a little pressure, but apparently I have no mana for it, so it's going to mean that I'll head back on. As at the moments ago, Irelia got the kill on Riven again, making it 2-1 for her. So she kind of turned the tables in this top lane, which is a good thing. So I decided to make some roaming. Could try to gank this mid. Fast forward a little. And I can't unfortunately remember which team got the dragon. I believe it was the blue team. But yeah, the dragon has been killed. I didn't pay attention at all as I was explaining about the mobility boosts I get. Putting that ward in that tri-brush, pretty standard, self-explanatory. Making those CS to come down. Grabbing down this Sona almost at the range. It will miss, but it was a good try definitely, as it just lacked a bit of range to get this Sona on. Shyvana tries to gank this bot lane, as they have 4 in the tri-brush as well. Shyvana trying to make a counter jungling measures, but she's not gonna go any deeper, as it will be face checked by Shyvana. He will invade on Amumu, as Ryze will come to help the Shyvana. There's no kills traded yet. Looking down towards again the bot lane. Graves is still at the disadvantageous position in the CS, but he has more kills. So it's in favor of ours now, as we had good gameplays. Amumu wants to come again. Smoke screen from Graves. Followed up by Power Fist. I just run towards this MF. I don't even have to grab first. I still have the grab on. It's gonna miss. But it doesn't matter, we get the kill on MF still. Shyvana jumping in. As I Power Fist him. Trying to get it off from Graves. We're gonna get pressured down. 3 flashes burned right away. Amumu's ultimate usage. We're gonna get away. As at the same time Ryze is gonna pick up the kill on Orianna. So 1 and 2 exchange total in this map. As there are some trading going on in top. Irelia is gonna use that ultimate, really well played by her. Getting that 3-1 stats right off the bat, so really well played. As we look down the stats, it's 5 kills in our favor, but the gold gaining is same. So it's not always the kills which makes the money. That's well explained in theory, but it's the truth, definitely. Continuing this bot lane, doing some CS with Graves. Graves is still up behind, but he has those kills as I mentioned before. So we're fine here in this bot lane. And as you look down to my items, I already have mobility boots, some wards in Ruby Crystal and Philosopher's Stone, so it could look like that I'm going towards the greedy way, as explained in the items section. Having some 2 vs 2 fights in this mid lane, as the Riven will pick up the kill barely on Riven here. He's really going just on steroids. As I will try to roam this lane a bit. It's not gonna happen. Just kidding. Going on towards the Power Fist and Rocket Crab coming up. Orianna gonna ult us 3, but it's not gonna stop us from killing her. As you get the mobility boots, if your AD is just fine, he's barely gonna survive. No! It's good to roam down the lane, but if the AD is not alright, then it's not good. We got the kill thanks to me and my crab, but the AD died, so it's really situational when to go and when to not. But Ryze coming in, we're gonna pick up the kill on Sona. As well as the Amumu made a pressure on Miss Fortune, he's gonna die towards the tower, and Nathan is gonna pick up the kill. So despite the fact that Graves died, thanks to our team play we got 3 kills and they got 1 kill. So even though I left the Graves alone in this lane and roamed towards this way, it was worth it, because we get better trades on. And looking down towards the gold gains totally, we're 1000 ahead already, so sure. Orianna doing these raids, pretty standard. Oh, I missed those raid combination. I don't personally like the new one. And mid lane is gonna get pushed down in favor of the blue team. So the money is gonna balance out a little more at this point. Graves trying to push down this lane. As we're gonna ping down the Drake, we have the pink ward. I believe it was mine pink ward because I had it on bag. Because I liked, as a tradition, to buy the pink wards. Crap coming up, beautiful crap there. As followed up by a Amumu stun again. It's gonna be a nasty kill on Miss Fortune. And Graves barely gonna survive, very well quick trot into that brush. It's gonna make 2 kills for Amumu. Really nice play by the team again. And if you have followed the Ryze gameplay a bit, he really roams a lot, so that's one thing you have to take care of. If you don't roam much as a mid laner, it's always game dependable of course, but if you don't roam much, it's not good for your team. If you can make a team play like this, it's really, really great. As a amount of the CC we got combined with the Blitzcrank, it's really, really great. Great combination in total. As we have 2000 gold lead currently compared to the blue team. And Irelia jumping on in. She really turned the tides of this lane. Look at that damage pressured by that Irelia, forcing down Riven to flash immediately. It's really gonna hurt, but almost gonna pick up the kill as she couldn't tower dive that more. So the top lane is really favorable on Irelia. She wants to turret dive this one, but got a little greedy thanks to Orianna's surprising invading on. They're gonna pick up the kill on Irelia and Riven is gonna be alive. As for the mid lane, it is in favor of our Ryze, so both mid and top lane turned the tides of this game. As for the bot lane, we got turns of the tide as well, as Graves have catch up the CS pretty much, only have 7 difference. We really got advantage. As I'm trying to grab this Sona, it's gonna miss. But once you got the advantage position on Blitzcrank, it is good to zone the players by just standing in front of the minions. And Sona ultimate gonna come. Sona barely gonna survive. Amumu's gonna use that ultimate. Still gonna be 3 versus 3. When Graves gonna pick up the kill on Miss Fortune. And flash grabbing that Shyvana. Really greedy, but it is going to make an effort as Graves picks up the triple kill, but Amumu dies, making it 1-for-3 exchange. But as for the same time, Shyvana was here. Ryze has died in hands of Orianna in the mid lane at the same time, but still 2-for-3 exchange was worth it, definitely. It's really, really mandatory. When do you use that? When do you use that flash? If you want to use that flash offensively, you really have to be careful of the circumstances, if it's worth it or not, since you don't have any escape maneuvers except your mobility. If you want to escape the situation, as I've got the greedy build, as I explained it, I got Shurelia's Reverie and mobility boost. As I used my W moments ago, it was over 500 movement speed. As you can see now, 517 movement speed going on this Blitzcrank. It's really, really dreadful amounts of it, and I'll get the cooldown reductions and everything. It's really, really good mobility here. You can catch up pretty much everyone else in the enemy team. Orianna has 370 movement speed, Shyvana 413, Riven 390, MF 345, she has that passive one. Sona has 377, And as I have the W on over 500 movement speed, as with the mobility boost for proc, it's insane. Making another crab on Sona, instantaneous kill. It's just, if you can make it at this position in the game, that you're this maniac robot who just roams the shit out of the team, and you just go and grab the people, trying to make another crab on here, but it will miss. But you will really make a threat of yourself once you get at this level I am. As the stats for me is 0, 0, or 13. You preferably don't want to have any kills, but it's sometimes you have to get the kill, but that's like the ideal stat you want to have. 0 deaths, 0 kills, only assists. That's how support rolls, basically. So Graves comes back to the mid lane. I think he got the red buff from the enemy. We got to push down this middle turret, as we got the top lane and bot lane pushed as well. So we want to chunk those turrets down. Sona gonna ultimate in, and Orianna's ultimate as well, plus the Shyvana's. We're gonna get under the toe here. They really pressured us out, and they're gonna retreat. They only got the Graves with 3 ultimates. In my opinion, that's for the AD carry, yes, but I think it's not still worth it. It was quite brutal amounts of the ultimate used. Gonna fast forward this a bit, as apparently they're gonna try to get this Baron Nashor down. We get the wards here, and Irelia is aware of it as well. They have to retreat at this point, or they will die pretty easily. As for myself, trying to look towards any possibilities that I could make a decent trap, but for now it's going to look that it's not going to be any possibilities. But as we just walk towards here, we force down the Baron Nashor out, and it's great. That's all there is to it. We could have forced a fight, but we weren't all there, so it wasn't the best idea. Going back down, getting that Heart of Gold, and by the way, rest in peace Heart of Gold. This is probably one of the last times you can see this item in Summoner's Rift, at least. As looking down here, Sona is gonna pick up the kill on Irelia as she tried to kill Shyvana on. They got a little greedy here. So yeah, you can replace that Heart of Gold with that ward item. Was it Sightstone, I believe? Which will place 3 wards, and you can refill the stacks once you hit the store. So it's the new option, as it all explained in the item section. We're gonna pick up the kill on Sona as I crack down this Orianna. A second easy kill on Orianna, and Sona is dead as well. Thanks to Amumu's ultimate and my rocket crab, no worries at all. As we want to clear down this Baron, despite the fact I'm not the beast DPS, I'm gonna pull this down so people can get started, because it's gonna be 3 versus 5. So we're a little in a hurry here to want to get this boy down, as it has 4000 HP left. Riven is gonna use that ultimate. Amumu going in. Amaf gonna make that ultimate. I'm gonna die thanks to that Baron's damage, as I was tanking it too long here. And Shyvana's gonna flash away. Ryze gonna pick up the kill on Riven as they continue killing this Baron Beast on. Purple team's gonna pick up the Baron Nashor in favor of us, and Shyvana is gonna barely make it escape. As for the kill traded, I died in hands of Baron. I believe someone got the kill on me, and Riven died as well by hands of Ryze. So 1-on-1 exchange, but we got the Baron. As we look down the kills, it's 11 kills in favor of us. Orianna's gonna pick up the kill on Graves, as he was a little too greedy here. Ryze gonna avenge his brother here, trying to make that pressure, but it's not gonna cut the cake. Just kidding, he's gonna make that kill, but it's gonna die at hands of Misfortune. Really bad plays on Ryze and Graves just to lose that Baron buff. But it doesn't matter, Irelia's gonna go in instantaneously, killing this MF, and thanks to my trap, it's gonna be a double kill for Irelia. Despite those greedy plays, we can turn this around thanks to great team play. Triple kill off to Irelia, but she's gonna die in hands of Riven. Doing that power fist, trying to CC off this Riven off the bat. As Amumu is gonna flash down. Riven still wanna pursue. Trying to pursue this Amumu, but it's not gonna work for now. As it was a little stupid place by Graves, we still got to turn it down as we got the kills on Sona and Miss Fortune and Shyvana as well. So that's what we call, what do you call team play? It's kind of rare today to see team play like this in solo queue, which is unfortunate. It's understandable that this is a recording from 2300 ELO, that it has, people has the game intelligence to play together and everything, but still, you don't see this good team play very often, in my opinion. Kind of fast forward this a bit. As the blue team gonna get the Drake, we're getting a little pressure down here. Irelia going in, making that ultimate in. Instantaneous kill on here. As the Misfortune will die, and Riven will pick up the kill on Graves. Right will finish up the Shyvana, and thanks to our CC combination, we're gonna pick up the kill on Orianna. So again, it's 1 for 3 exchange, really worth it by our hands, and it's going to look down that the blue team is going to surrender, so that's for the game. So that's about it, hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions relating this video, leave a comment below. And please consider to subscribe for more weekly League of Legends videos to come. Also, you can now see the other guides I've made so far, so take a look if you're interested at. That's about it, my name is Apodix, and have a nice day.